Hi, I'm here today to share with you a message that I received in channeling 2 nights ago. I woke up about 2:30 a.m. and I couldn't sleep probably for over 2 hours, meditating and experiencing profound energy shifts within my body. And at some point I knew I would forget the things that I was getting, so I took my phone and I started dictating some notes. So I want to read them to you and briefly discuss them. It is about creation. It is about how we can create our reality through our desires and through integrating our shadow at the same time. So, desires ask us to expand. This means that when we have a desire, we want to become more. Anyway, let me read it to you first. Desires ask us to expand. Our current life experience and what we don't want awakens desires for what we want. We can't want something what we already have. We don't have it yet because to have it, we have to expand, become bigger, have more power, or realize more power. We do that not by rejecting worries and what we don't have, not by running away from it, not by pretending it doesn't exist, but by fully enjoying our creation so far. Through the enjoyment of our creation, we regain the power because we go beyond the ego's judgment of what is or what is not into the experience of the moment, fully surrendering to the pleasure of life as it is. This allows us to realize that if we created this, we can create something else too. If we deny our creation so far, we deny our power to change our life. And receiving our past fully opens the door to create what we want. Now, let me break it down a little bit. So desires ask us to expand because, as I've mentioned, if we just live without any desires, we stay the same. We don't grow. There is no movement. We just eat, sleep, eat, work, sleep, repeat. I think that's how they say. When we have a desire to experience something, to travel, to become a parent, to have a relationship, to experience thrill of life by, I don't know, climbing a mountain or doing a skydiving, we might have a desire to just sit in silence, in reverence of life, there's so many, and you tell me in the comments below what your desire is or what your desires are that you want to experience. And we don't have it yet because in order for us to have it, we have to grow energetically, spiritually. We have to expand, because at the moment we don't have it because maybe we haven't acknowledged that we can have it. We haven't said yes to this. We may feel like it's not possible, but in order for us to receive it or to feel like it's possible, we have to grow. We have to do some inner shifts. It's never about the external work. External action is secondary. The primary focus is shifting our energy, our alignment. We do not do that by rejecting this. So by rejecting worries or by rejecting what we don't have. So most of my life I've been living, when I started spiritual journey, a lot of times I've been rejecting my worries. I've been rejecting what I don't want. I've been pretending that it doesn't exist, and I just want to stay focused on what I want. And maybe for some people this works. For me, completely it did not work because it felt like I was running away. If this is the fullness of life, of certain experience, there is lack and there is abundance, right? And whenever I was running away from there, I was going there, there is always possibility to go back. There is always fear to fall back into losing what we have, into someone taking it away. There is that shadow aspect unacknowledged of duality. But what I realized very much, especially in the last year or so, and now even more and more, deeper and deeper, that's why I love this work, is that when you surrender to your shadow, to the opposite of your creation, or to the life that you currently have and you may not like, when you allow yourself to feel, you go beyond judgment and you allow yourself to feel the pleasure of your creation. This is where the magic happens, because you stop running away from here, but you start building your steps up. You stop avoiding it. You just welcome yourself there and nothing scares you anymore. And then you can make your way to where you want to go. And where you want to go, it won't be scary anymore for you to lose it, because you know if you lose it, you will build it up again and again and again, how many times you want, because you've already done it. So this is the most beautiful work of integration, integrating the shadow aspect. And the shadow aspect is what creates our reality unconsciously, right? If we don't like something in our life, if we judge it, it means that there is an acknowledged unconscious pattern that we have not integrated yet, and we probably judge it because we feel like we don't like it. And what I wrote later is, through the enjoyment of our creation, we regain the power, because we go beyond the ego's judgment of what is or what is not, into the experience of this moment, fully surrendering to the pleasure of life as it is. The pleasure of life, the bliss, the eternal bliss is always available here. But we can't be in that bliss if we judge our experience, if we don't like it, if we are in the state of lack, if we are in the state of rejection, avoidance. Only when we start to surrendering to this now moment, we realize that everything is perfect as it is. Everything becomes received into our consciousness, and through receiving of the shadow, we start to evoke certain sensations in our body, which allows more energy flow, and that's how we regain our power. Something that we've denied, that we've repressed, that we've froze in our system before, now it becomes conscious, now it becomes life. So there is more life force flowing through us, and from that life force we can create what we want. And this allows us to realize that if we created this, if we acknowledge that we created this, of course we can change it and realize that we can create something else. If we deny that whatever we are experiencing is our creation, how do we expect it to change? It's like we give our power away and we feel like, okay, I haven't created this, therefore I can't create something else, because we rather create everything or nothing, right? It can't be like, I just create this experience and that one, but not that one and not the other one. It doesn't work like that. Receiving our past fully opens the door to create what we want. And receiving, last year I've done a lot of work with receiving. It was my theme for the year. And yes, what came to me is that whatever happened in our past, we are experiencing now. Now moment is a culmination of the past, right? And if we are able to surrender to the now moment, the past is received in our body, and again, evoking sensations, emotions. We can create what we want. So we open the door to what we want, because we regain that power, we surrender to the now moment, we realize that we've created everything so far, and then we acknowledge our desire, what we want, and the energy starts flowing through that shadow into the light. And now, probably an hour later, I wrote another passage, another short message that I want to share with you also, because it's very powerful. First is a thought, then a feeling, right? Do it with me. Think, I am happy. I am happy. Notice you have a thought, and something shifts within your body when you say that. Unless you just say it robotically, disconnected from your body. But if you really allow yourself to connect to your body and say, I am happy, something will shift. Or you may, if you don't resonate with the word happy, maybe you can use I am joyful, I am excited, I am satisfied, I am smiling. You start to feel the shift. So the thought that you awaken within yourself create a feeling. Your past created a now you, which means your thoughts that you had from the past created your current experience, because everything comes from the mind, right? Everything comes and is created from your inner state. The thoughts have already painted the experience. It's now for you to feel it and enjoy your experience. The brush will keep painting until we experience it fully and paint something else. This is an opportunity to paint our desires. So this message came with regards to a program that I'm running, which is called The Art of Creating. And it's the curriculum for that came with a message that our thoughts are like paints. Imagine that your thoughts are paints, paint palettes, available in multiple colors, infinite number of colors and shades. And you are the awareness that sees the colors, and your focus is the paintbrush. So the moment you focus on certain colors, you are painting. The paintbrush is always moving, right? And whatever you focus on, consciously or unconsciously, whatever you think about, you keep painting your canvas, the canvas of life. And the painting is created first internally, then externally. Now, the moment you start painting, the life outside starts to rearrange itself to match the painting. Now, to make it clear, if you've had thoughts and you've created your current life through those thoughts, in order for you to create a new life, I don't want to say it's the only way, but this is the way that I've been using and works for me and for many other people, is for you to first integrate what you have created. Because if you don't know what you've painted and you pretend it's not there, you can paint with other colors, but you're just gonna, your painting will not be nice, because if you have certain colors on your canvas and you pretend the canvas is white and you paint over it, you can't really cover up what you are painting. But the moment you start acknowledging your painting, you are integrating it into your experience, you feel it in your body, you realize your starting point of creation. Therefore, you know what you can do to repaint your canvas. And this we do, as we said in the previous message, through enjoying of our creation in the now moment. And the brush, even if you feel like you are not creating, you are always creating. The brush is always moving, is always painting. But the moment you realize that your brush is painting, even if you've not been aware for minutes, hours, days, the moment you realize that your brush is painting, you can change the color that you are using. You can change from the thoughts of what you don't want to experience or what you have created so far into the thoughts that you want to experience. And yeah, this process is just beautiful. And this is also what we will be doing in our program, the Art of Creating. We will be activating the creator self. We will be tuning into the aspect of us that is creating, even if you feel like you don't create. By that thought, you create. So we will go beyond that thought, and I will guide you through an experience where you will realize your ultimate creation. We will be going into 4 main areas of our lives, which is health. So we will be discussing, body, which we will be discussing health, fitness, beauty. Then we will be discussing money. So it's your work, perhaps passion or any other income streams. We will be discussing relationships, romantic, family and friends, and we will be discussing spirituality and your connection to God, oneness, universe, source, whatever it is that is a part of you and is creating with you. And we will also be learning more about receiving and integrating. Now, with each aspect of life, those 4 different areas, we will be going first into a shadow, acknowledging what we have created so far, receiving it fully into our experience, integrating it, and kind of like making it our foundation for us to build what we want. And then we will be designing our canvas of what we do want to experience in that area. So there will be 6 sessions over 2 weeks. What else I want to share with you about this? So we will be going through different practices, different, well, I don't want to share them yet, but we will be doing a group processes throughout those 6 days where you really learn about your creator power, where you really learn that about the space between the thought and you, and the invisible gap that we often miss because we are so attached to our thoughts. We will be separating ourselves from thoughts. We will be constantly reconditioning ourselves and embodying the brush that is painting, embodying the creator self that is choosing the creation, and at the same time celebrating what we have already created, going beyond the ego's judgment. And I will teach you the process that I have been using in my life. So yes, I hope this message finds you well. Please share with me comments below if you have any thoughts. I'm happy to evolve or answer question. If you don't agree with me, you can also message. I'm always happy to explore it deeper. And if you have any question about the program, if you would like to join, I will leave you the link below. Oh, and if you want to share it with someone who you think may resonate, I would really appreciate it. It means the world to me, spreading this message through word of mouth. So I am very grateful. Sending you lots of blessings, lots of love, a lot of creating power, realization of your creating power. And I will see you soon. Bye.